Okay. So lately, Trump has been saying to Netanyahu that, oh, you have to send the troops away from Lebanon. You're messing up our peace agreement. And Americans are saying that Israel is out of control and that AIPAC, which is an Israel group, is controlling America. But I don't believe that's true. And when you look at what's going on since the history of the funding of the nation of Israel, Israel are America's pit bull in the Middle East to settle that area with white people and Europeans to control the resources in that area, basically the soil, the oil. George Bush took down Iraq. Then Obama and Biden took down Syria. Then they thought they could take down Iran. They haven't been able to do it. But all of this is not anything new. It's been written down in papers from long ago, in which the strategy is for a greater Israel all the way from Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Iran, all the way down past Egypt to Turkey. I'm telling you, and Pakistan. That's what they want to do. That's why Israel continues fighting theirs. And while they do it, America says, "Oh, Israel is frustrating our plans for peace." No, because every dollar and every weapon that Israel gets comes from America. If America really wanted to stop Israel, all they have to do is turn off the money immediately. Now, what I'm going to argue here also is that Israel, dating back, if you look at papers, there's a paper called The Which Path to Persia, and there's also a paper written by Wolfowitz, in which the strategy is to continue destabilizing Iran and the Middle East through continual wars and trying to topple their governments. And when things get really bad, blame it on Israel. I'm not making this up. Let me read what this says, okay? Okay. The phrase you are referring to is the literal title of Chapter 5 of the Brookings Report. This was written 25 years ago. 25 years ago, leave it to Bibi. That's Netanyahu, allowing or encouraging an Israeli military strike. The authors of the paper explicitly lay out a scenario where the United States can achieve its goal of dismantling Iran's infrastructure by using Israel as an independent proxy. The U.S. would encourage and even assist the Israelis in conducting the strikes themselves in the expectation that both international criticism and Iranian retaliation would be deflected away from the United States on to Israel. So this is what's going on. And we see it happening. This was written 20 years ago. So anybody who has this proof, how can you tell me that Israel is telling America what to do? Afalabi, when is America the one getting the missiles that's destroying their infrastructure, or is it Israel people that are getting the missiles now?
It's Israel, basically.
Yeah. So in other words, who's actually suffering from this? They're saying that Israel puts America into the war, but Israel is a sacrificial lamb, just like Ukraine. Just like Ukraine.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. So people who think, so don't believe Trump when he comes on TV and says, "Oh, I'm angry at Netanyahu because he's stopping what I want to do." No, that's not what's actually going on. What's going on is that Israel is the battleground where they sent a lot of poor people from Eastern Europe after World War II and said, "Okay, we'll create a country for you people, but you people are going to fight and kill all of the Arabs and take over that land." To the point where Netanyahu even said that after Iran, he's going to attack Turkey. That's their actual plan. What are your thoughts, Afolabi?
You're absolutely right. I mean, this has been a template and a master plan that they have been working at. I mean, it has been more or less like a riot act at the CIA. Israel is an effective proxy for Western Bloc interests, to allow Western world to basically maintain a plausible, deniability when international condemnable attacks are committed against Iran, namely the devastation of their economy and key infrastructure in strikes, and this is the core of what is spelled out in that chapter you referenced, leave it to Bibi. So basically, what they're trying to do is they want to encourage Israeli military strikes, leveraging Israel to conduct strikes against Iran's nuclear facilities, thereby delaying its nuclear ambitions, while the U.S. is being shielded from direct international backlash. Now Israel suffers the backlash. They are being sacrificed. So basically, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
And it's also part of a broader strategy because Iran is part of BRICS, and they're trying to cut down, keep destabilized, because the more oil Iran sells to China, the more it speeds up the death of the petrodollar. So and so a lot of people think that the U.S. got beaten by Iran, but in a way, the U.S. has won this war. This is what I mean by they've won this war, because even though Iran is beating them strategically, the price of oil is going up, and now people are buying American oil. So the American companies know that, okay, Americans will suffer because we have to pay more, but they're making money because they're frustrating China. They're trying to slow down the growth of China, and China gets something like 60% of its petrol from its oil and stuff and gas from Iran. So what I'm saying is that their goal is not necessarily to beat Iran in war, it's to continue slowing down the growth of Iran.
Yes,
because even if Iran wins this war, Iranians are getting killed. Americans aren't getting killed.
Yes, and to insulate the U.S. from international backlash, basically, to insulate the U.S. from international
but it's not working because the world sees what's going on. Because when they wrote this document 25 years ago, they thought that they could easily beat Iran because they didn't realize that Iran was planning. And also during that period, China and Russia weren't friends, so they didn't realize that there was going to be a BRICS. You get what I'm saying? So let's face it, what U.S. is doing is slowing down their decay. They're still going to decay, but this is just kind of like let's say you're trying to do something and a fly bites you. They're just giving small mosquito bites to China with this Iran war. And also they've made Iran stronger. So this tactic won't work, but we know what their tactic is. What are your thoughts, Helby?
Yeah, that is very correct. We have seen this card play like before, where America destabilizes countries or nations that they have interest in. Then they come and play the Messiah. We have seen the card before. Now it's unfortunate that now it's unfortunate that Israel is being used as a scapegoat. Israel has its issues, but America has a broader agenda. America is a crumbling empire that is not willing to give up power. So now they are delaying this war so that China doesn't establish itself as a diplomatic country that brings peace to the world. Remember that.
Yes.
Now, America is actually making more money out of the petrodollar system.
Because of this war. Yeah.
They don't want Iran to win. They make it seem like Israel is the one that is fighting Iran. But in actual fact, it's a proxy war between America and Iran. Israel is being a scapegoat. Because if it was true that Trump was willing to stop the war, then as you say, he will stop the funds. He will stop the supply of ammunition to Israel. Why is he not stopping that? When other countries do something and it doesn't correspond to the Washington agendas, America is quick to intervene. They haven't intervened with Israel. They are not stopping Israel. It's just saying Netanyahu is pissing me off, but what is he doing about it? Nothing. Which means actually he's perpetuating the whole thing. No. And people are not aware that there is a bigger agenda that Washington has in Iran.
Look, it's just like you. Let's say you have a shop and I have a shop. And I'm like, oh, Helby, you have a good shop. Then my cousin keeps beating you up. Cousin, stop beating him. Let him have his shop. Stop it. And I'm giving my cousin money and weapons. And I tell my cousin, I said, see, whenever we're in front of Helby, let's pretend like we're arguing. Stop beating Helby. Yeah. I'm so tired of you. Stop beating. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. That's what they. And then when you kill my cousin, I'll say, sorry, cousin, it's your fault, and then I'll take the money. When Israel gets beaten by Iran will destroy Israel because of their missile systems. The U.S. will be like, okay, sorry, Israel, it's your fault. So also, America is not Israel's friend. They're only friends with them now until they beat Iran. Then they will do the same thing to Israel.
Of course, it's just a proxy relationship. America has no interest in diplomacy. That's why they continue to frustrate the
So that's why I always say AIPAC, they're trying to make AIPAC look like it's Israel people telling American politicians what to do. No, AIPAC is Americans giving Israelis money to give it back to them to make it look like Israel's doing it. That's
exactly. That's exactly what AIPAC is.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, last thoughts to go, Helby, and then we'll get out. Helby, good job, man. It seemed like you're a geopolitical expert.
Nice one.
South Africa got talented people. Go ahead, last thought.
Yes. I would say when it comes to this war, I really hope actually Israel loses.
Me too. They're gonna ban our channel though, but yeah, me too.
Because this is going to shift the whole economical geopolitical system from the West. Because now we are faced with a world where the West is detecting everything around the world. So now we need another empire to rise up. Might be China, might be Russia, might be whoever. But we have seen that the American system is not working for us. It's only beneficial to Americans, not to the whole world. And we have seen that America doesn't actually like peace. America is a country that actually it conversates with violence. There's no peace when it comes to America. It's all about violence. We're tired of wars around the world. So I hope another empire is going to rise up that is going to bring peace to the world.
Segodi.
I just hope.
Yeah, I called you Segodi. You're not Segodi. I called it Segodi's not a South African fan. Helby, look, America is an extension of the British Empire. The British came to America. It was Britain. They killed all of the Indians. They brought black people as slaves. 10 million black people died in the ocean before they arrived. Then they had a civil war over slavery. So what I'm saying is that in Americans' DNA, violence and racism is a natural thing. It's part of who they are.
Yeah, it's a mix.
China has never done slavery. Russia has never done slavery. We can argue about China. China are businessmen. They're tricking Africa, but they're not violent. Russia, too, they have a business agenda. In Africa, we have corruption. But in Africa, China, and Russia, even when we had slavery in Africa, it wasn't violent. It was like, okay, I beat you in war. I'll keep your cousin. And even the slaves had rights. But Western philosophy is violence. And the thing about Western is they also think China and Africa is violent because they think everybody is like them. So they don't trust us. They think everybody is like them. We're not like them. When China will beat you and they'll say, I beat you in trade, but I'll also give you money. So China does win-win. It's just that they want to win more. But the West doesn't do win-win. They teach you to speak English or teach you to speak French and kill your own people, then they kill you. That's all it is. I feel like that's to take out.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, we'll continue to say the truth to whoever is willing to listen. And before they ban our channel, there's Tucker Carlson, there's Hotel Evans, and there's Marandi before they think of us. So we'll continue to say it strongly and with as passionately as we can. So I don't think they're going to ban us anytime soon. So basically, you're right. There's a master plan for America to continue to frustrate diplomacy and continue to use Israel as a sacrificial proxy for their own personal selfish interests. Basically, that's how I want to sign off this afternoon.
All right, thank you guys. Brilliant show. So we'll do this again next week. Helby.